What's up, Jabber Nation? Happy football day. For those that don't know, NDSU did win yesterday, 38-7.
I completely forgot to check.
I couldn't get it, but I kept up with it on my phone. So
I forgot to play.
they beat Alabama State, so now they're 2-0.
2-0?
2-0. So, yeah, just gonna, the usual, going over some topics, making our football picks. My picks did awful last week, but that's okay.
I can't quite remember how mine did. I don't think they did the best, so we're just going to move on from that week.
It was not good.
Yeah. Alright, so your lead in. Going to do something we don't talk about a whole lot. It's kind of a more serious topic.
Yeah,
About the controversy with Nike.
Yeah.
So first I want to preface this by saying these are our own opinions.
Yep.
If you agree with them, okay. If you don't agree with them, we're not... Fine.
It's okay.
That's supposed to be what makes this country great, is people have differing opinions, and instead of just getting angry about it, you talk it out. Talk it out.
Talk it out.
Yeah, just
talk it out and hug it out.
Exactly.
With a green arrow.
No need to get all upset and whatever. If we don't have the same opinion as you do, that happens.
Sorry.
But I mean, everyone should know what the Nike ad is. It's Colin Kaepernick's face as believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything. So when it first got out, or came out, at first it took a huge, Nike took a huge hit for it.
Stocks went way down.
Yeah, stocks plummeted. People were cutting up their Nike stuff, burning it, whatnot. Since then, Nike stocks have exploded up to all-time record highs for them.
Huge rise, yeah.
So, I mean, the other underlying thing is, it's Kaepernick, who's been a very divisive person with his anthem protest, and the whole believe in something if you mean sacrificing everything is, I think, what's rubbing people the wrong way. And then they released the commercial of it during the first NFL game, which some people thought weird because Kaepernick has a collusion case against the NFL, yet they're premiering his ad during the NFL game, which apparently the NFL didn't know about, that Kaepernick was part of that ad until it was too late. So, kind of, take that for what it's worth. But, okay, so just delving into the controversy around the ad, people are not, happy that Nike chose to use Kaepernick. They're not excited about the words that were used to describe it, sacrifice everything. So, my initial thoughts on it was, well, first, I really don't care that much. If the company wants to do that, I don't care.
Yep.
That's their choice. Whatever. Doesn't affect me in any way at all.
Yep.
I continue with my personal life with no problem. But not everyone felt the same way as I did.
Apparently not.
So the second part of it, is when you listen to everyone, all the different viewpoints on it, who hates what, who liked it. I think the prevailing thing is, if you don't like Kaepernick, what he did, you didn't like the ad. If you like what he did, you like that. And if you're like me, where you don't care either way, you don't care.
It's not going to bother you in any shape or form.
So, now I always try to look at things from both sides. That's what I want to do. I want to look at things from both sides. I don't want to just be like, this side's right, that side's wrong, and we're going to leave it at that. No, I want to look at things from both sides. So, you look at it from the side that, supports Kaepernick, likes the ad. What they're saying is, he sacrificed his NFL career to do something that he believed was right, and trying to bring light to this issue of racial injustice. So everyone on that side loved it. Opposite side, people don't like the national anthem protest, find a different way to do it. He didn't sacrifice everything, whatnot. And now at that word, the point where it says sacrifice everything. Now to me, I don't know if that's the best choice of words. Did he sacrifice everything? No. When you hear sacrifice everything, 9/11 was just the other day. So there's a meme that posts, because that ad has created so many different memes. Some of them are hilarious.
Yep.
Some of them are just fantastic. Or the one of Pete Carroll saying, believe it or something about, just believe in everything and just clap your way through it, even though you're a terrible coach. So,
there's
some
a Friends one too, and the Jason Garrett one.
Oh yeah, there's
you can't coach.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff. But the one, on September 11th had of, picture of firefighters going to the World Trade, Trade Center Wreckers, and that said, believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. That to me, that's sacrificing everything. Those people that went into the Trade Center towers, and then you people that lost your lives in wars, things like that. That's sacrificing everything. And now with Kaepernick, he sacrificed a lot, but then on the other hand, it's like, okay, how much did he sacrifice because of this? Because you do have that report that John Elway came out and said, we offered Kaepernick a job, and he turned it down. So now, did he sacrifice because he believed in this issue and he didn't get that, or he wasn't offered jobs, or did he just say, no, I don't want that job, and moved on, and then just still rolling with this? So in that case, and then he really, if that's the case, he really didn't sacrifice that, because he was offered the job back into where he wants to get back into, which that goes into the whole collusion thing. Is like, does he have a case if he was offered a contract by an NFL team and he's saying, oh, I've been blackballed? Like, well, you kind of weren't if what John always said was true. I'm going to preface that. If what he said was true.
Yeah.
If it was true, I don't know. I'm not John Elway. I wish I had his bank account. That'd be fantastic. I also wish I had his, Super Bowl rings. That'd be fantastic, too. Unfortunately, I have neither. Like I said, I look at it from both aspects. Really, honestly, I couldn't possibly care less. But my thing to all the Nike haters right now, stop cutting up your stuff and burning it. Nike doesn't care. You bought that stuff already. You gave them the money. Burning it after the fact means nothing. That means you have to go out and spend more money to replace that stuff. So whether it's Reebok, Adidas, whatever one you want to go with, you still have to spend more money to recoup from what the stuff that you burned, the gym shorts, the socks, the jerseys, whatever it was. You now have to go, but you're causing yourself to spend more money by burning that stuff. So knock it off.
Long run doesn't make sense.
That's horrible in several different aspects. Nike doesn't care, and then you have to spend more money to go and replace that stuff. So just knock that off. Just stop.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's kind of my view on it. I don't care. I kind of I get both aspects of it. I understand maybe the wording wasn't quite right in there. Sacrifice everything. And then with the commercial itself, the commercial wasn't even about sacrificing. It's like it's push yourself, do best, and then they threw that line just randomly in the middle of it. Like, be the best, do this, be the best. Believe in something, you have to sacrifice everything. Believe in your, do your best. Like, that just seems kind of a throwaway line in that commercial, actually. The commercial itself, it's like, oh, just work really hard, try to be the best in everything, and then, do this, okay, and then go back. Just like, that doesn't really even seem to fit along with their idea of what the slogan is supposed to be. So, that was just my thought on it. I don't know if anyone else thought that same way, but I just thought that was kind of a throwaway line in the commercial itself that really didn't mean anything. So, take that for what you will. It's my thoughts on it. I see both ways, but ultimately, I don't care. It does not affect my personal life whatsoever. If I hear someone complaining about it, just, if you want to talk openly about it, I will. Like I said, I'll listen to both sides. But you're just going to come at and just like, no, this is what's wrong, and then I throw a fact that kind of sways you either way, and you go, no, I'm right. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna back away from this. If you're not gonna have an open mind about something, I'm not gonna talk to you about it. So I'm gonna change the subject to something different. So that's my view on it. Whether, like I said, if you don't agree with me, I don't care. If you agree with me, don't really care either. So
Hey.
Just pick what you want to believe in. Fine. If you want to talk about it openly, I'll discuss it. Like I said, I'll discuss anything openly.
So, my view, I guess. So first of all, I found out about it from my wife. She said that, Nike put this huge ad with Kaepernick on, and right away in my mind I was like, this is not going to go over well with the U.S. This is not going to go with a lot of people. So, I looked at the commercial, watched it, after done working out. For some reason, I bawled like a teenage girl that just won Miss USA or something. I don't know why.
Alright.
I don't know. It might have just hit me. I don't know. Maybe I was sad that I didn't have brownies that day. I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting. All right,
I don't
go on.
But I guess I'm happy the commercial came out, and I'm sad in a lot of ways because, a lot of people just that I talked to and have seen around in places, they're looking past the meaning of the commercial. They're just looking at, oh my gosh, Colin Kaepernick's in this commercial. How dare he? And, they're burning their Nikes, and I'm like, I said the one guy, I think last week, because he said to me, he's like, oh, I'm surprised you're not burning your shoes. I was like, why? And he's like, well, that Kaepernick guy. I was like, instead of burning our stuff, we should maybe donate them to less fortunate kids, like, that aren't fortunate enough to wear Nikes.
Very good point.
Because a lot of kids, it's their dream to wear Nikes that parents can't afford it or anything.
Well, for a lot of people, some kids, it's just a dream to have shoes.
Yeah, like in some of the poorer countries or whatever, they don't know what it's like to have shoes.
Even in our country here, we have kids that don't know some of the basic, luxuries that we have.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a fantastic point. Yeah, instead of burning your stuff, donate it.
I unfortunately to me it says how ignorant some people are in this country that they're gonna burn their shoes or any apparel and they could donate it to the Goodwill or Salvation Army or any less fortunate. And then the other thing, you had where some people were, talking about Pat Tillman. Everybody knows who that is. And,
that's another one of those ones, those Nike alternative ones people created that came out was, a picture of him that said, I believe it was something of him sacrificing everything. Which, good point,
and his wife issued a statement saying Pat's service should never be politicized in the way that divides us. I think in a way a lot of people are using that as a way to divide us more than they already are, especially with some of the issues going on in our country. And it's sad, it's supposed to be where we can give our freedom of speech and not be judged differently, but it's like you said, if you don't agree with their opinion, they don't want to hear it. If you don't agree with their side.
Now, it's some people. I don't
some
want to group everybody together.
People,
some people, if you want to talk to this, they're very closed-minded. They don't want to hear anything. There are those, there are a lot of people that will discuss with you, but there's some that just, you try to discuss, they just turn it into an argument where they tell you you're wrong, and don't want to actually hear anything. Some, but not
unfortunately, like on some of my Facebook posts, I literally had to delete people off of my friends list because some of the posts they had about Kaepernick and this whole thing were just disgusting. Like, it was.
Yeah, there are some that talk about death and things like that. It's like that's way over the line. That's beyond anything. Just because this person has you shouldn't wish death on them. Geez.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it's like. So I guess my overview, my personal opinion, I don't have an issue with the ad. It's like I told people before, I wore Nike stuff years ago when I was like 8, and I'm still gonna wear Nike stuff now, not just because of the.
Yeah, look at that, Nike.
Hey.
Yeah, actually.
Hey.
Didn't even realize.
I got black socks on under Nike Oreo. See what I did there? Black and white Oreo. Hey. But yeah, I agree with John that we're all entitled to our own opinions with this. It's a very hot button sensitive topic, I think, for a lot of people. Oh, yeah. But I think if you can sit down in a room with someone and discuss it like normal people, I think that's part of moving forward for, I think, what America stands for,
Yeah.
Being able to sit down and discuss things and not have just one side where they basically don't want to talk to you, because I've had that happen with me discussing this with people.
And I'll even throw it out there, whereas if anyone that has a different opinion than us, I will invite them to come on the show and talk with us, as long as they come in with an open mind, actually willing to have a real discussion and not just argue and fight about it.
We'd love to have y'all on the show about stuff like this.
That's what we do. We want to talk things out.
Yeah.
Come to like a middle ground.
Yeah. I've talked to people that don't agree with it at all, and I'm like, that's fine. That's your opinion. I'm not going to look at you any differently from it. You're not going to talk your head off because you don't agree with me.
Yeah. And then from Nike's standpoint, just strictly a business standpoint, like, one, I had never cared much about Nike. I never thought, ooh, Nike, I have to have it. I don't know, to me, Nike was always overpriced. I never actually went to it. I'd go to something different. I loved Adidas for some reason. I don't know why, just comfortable. But from Nike's standpoint, they're banking off of this. I mean, like I said, they took that initial hit.
Yeah, their stocks have gone up since then.
Just skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Like they say, any publicity is good publicity, and they have gotten a lot of publicity about this. So, Nike, home run on this. You had the terrible publicity at first, but since then, everyone's talking Nike.
They're getting all that publicity and all those tweets. And
so they're getting a lot from it, and they're banking on it.
I mean, you got to realize too, guys, when this wasn't just a month thing. Like, Nike has a team that crunched the numbers and all this stuff. That, hey, we might take a hit, but this is going to be a gold mine.
Yeah, I mean, that's something. Every business has something like that. It's like, when you're discussing something like this, you have to look, all right, what are the pros of it? What are the cons of it?
Yep.
Do the pros outweigh the cons?
Yep.
They have, very highly paid people to, determine, should we go through with this or should we just scrap the whole thing? And
absolutely.
they determine, you know what, let's do it. Like I said, at first, didn't look the greatest.
No.
Now, afterwards, their shareholders love it because, they're getting good money from the rising stock prices.
People that bought Nike stocks are probably going crazy right now.
Well, yeah, if you were, smart enough in the stock market to, once you saw the decline thing, I think they're bottoming out. Let's jump in on there and then get it right before it shoots right back up. And you were perfect on that timing.
You look like $1 million.
Yeah, but the timing, to get the timing on that bottom out, looking for that saucer effect, it's like, oof, that's it's gonna be rough to, to nail that perfectly. So I'm sure very few people did, but I'm sure a lot of people actually did, at that. Like I said, there's a lot of, very smart, financial advisor out there looking, he's like, give it a couple more days and we're going to jump on that stock. Let it go a little bit lower and then boom, it's going to shoot right back up. That's exactly what they did.
It was nuts because when the ad hit, you saw their stock go down, and then say within the next 24 to 48 hours, it's just...
Yeah. Because this isn't the first company that's done something, had some controversial come out where initially it hit, but unless it's something so horribly bad that no one will ever forgive them, at some point it's going to turn around and start coming back up. So it's just a matter of finding that. Chick-fil-A, several years back had a huge controversy about them, and they took a hit.
Yep.
Guess what? No one talks about it anymore. Chick-fil-A is
still
delicious.
Food.
Exactly. Sometimes good products just sometimes outweigh these negative things, and everybody loves Chick-fil-A's chicken.
Well, and another thing to add is Nike likes being around controversial athletes. I mean, look at Tiger Woods when his thing came out. He lost endorsements, but Nike didn't leave him.
They didn't leave him, but they really didn't support him. I mean, they just kind of took a backseat approach on that one. It's like, you know what? We're not going to jump off. We're still going to, sponsor you. Just don't talk about us a whole lot. We're just going to kind of chill in the back and just kind of wait for this thing to blow over.
I mean, and then you go back to look at Kobe, the Colorado thing he had. He lost a ton of endorsements, but Nike still stayed with him.
Yeah.
I mean, when his final season, they did a huge tribute to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Nike's smart enough to know it's like, with Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant, these are all-time great athletes.
Yep.
They're going to have something, some controversy come up, but they felt like, all right, we're going to weather this storm. Eventually, since they were so beloved or before this, they can work through it, they'll work through it, and then they'll come back up on top. Yep. And, Kobe, you got things like, you were really surprised anyone stayed with him, considering what happened. But they did, and you know what? It paid off in the end. No one really talks about that with Kobe much anymore. They just remember his great jump shot and the championships. Tiger Woods. I think that still gets talked about a little bit more just because he still hasn't fully recovered, play-wise from it.
Yeah.
But, yes, Nike, they know it's like, we're gonna ride this out and eventually we'll come back around, and that's what they do. So, all right, those are our 2 cents on the Nike. We're gonna move on now to our game picks. So, start off immediately with. We'll leave your team.
Oh, yeah.
We'll leave those
I
towards
always write
the
them on
end.
the top.
So Broncos, Raiders.
Got a lock in on the Broncos.
Neither team looked very good last week. I mean, the Broncos did win, but they were also facing a terrible team with the Seahawks.
And Keenum did throw 3 picks.
And Raiders, they're already reeling from the whole Khalil Mack thing. John Gordon not really working out. I'm going Broncos on that one, too.
Yeah, gotta pick someone. I'm going Denver.
Yeah, I'm going to go Broncos. Panthers versus Falcons.
Greg Olson's gone again.
Yeah, Greg Olson's
He
hurt.
fractured
Panthers
his
have a lot
foot.
of injuries on the offensive line. I'm going Falcons.
Yeah, I'm locking in the Falcons.
In Atlanta, yeah. Chargers and Bills. Bills, I'm sorry, your season is shot to hell. I mean, you got no shot. You got killed by the Ravens, just destroyed. Hey, guess what? Peterman wasn't the answer. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And when his first start, he threw 6 interceptions. Maybe you shouldn't have got rid of Tyrod Taylor, just maybe. But so I'm going Chargers on that one.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers. They'll rebound from their loss against the Chiefs. The Bills are just that bad this year. They're the new. They might be the new Browns.
They might be.
Browns.
Josh Allen's time's gonna come sooner than later, so he better be ready. He's gonna be the starter here, in maybe just a couple of weeks. Texans versus Titans.
Titans are kind of banged up.
A little banged up. Yeah, they just didn't look the same with they have that new coach came in who had last week. All 7 new coaches, 0-7.
I saw that they all lost.
Wasn't a great start for new coaches last week. Texans, they're missing Jadeveon Clowney today. They don't have much impact on their defense.
No, they still got JJ out there. And they got
do.
the Honey Badger.
He's kind of week to week. Like, is he going to split? He tends to get hurt a lot. So I want to go with the Texans just because I don't fully trust the Titans yet. And Delaney Walker's out. That's going to make a huge impact on the Titans. Then we're going Browns versus Saints.
Okay, so the Browns tied.
Which is a win for them.
Okay, and the Saints lost to the backup Bucks.
And they looked horrible.
Yeah, they didn't look good.
Our Super Bowl pick, who did not look great the first week, this defense that we thought were going to improve from last year and do really well, they got demolished.
It was only week 1 though.
It was week 1. The past 4 seasons they started 0-2. Last year they started 0-2 and they made a good run. They should have been in the NFC Championship.
They should have been
against the Vikings. I'm gonna say they have a bounce back week. They're gonna beat the Browns.
I'll lock in on the Saints.
At some point we're gonna pick the Browns to win. It's just this week is not that week.
Could be next week. Don't they play the Jets?
They do play Jets on Thursday. Well, I don't know. The Jets look really good.
We're going to see what Sam Darnold's made out of today.
And speaking of Jets, they're facing the Dolphins today. I'm going Jets.
Yeah, I'm going Jets on this one.
I don't like the Dolphins. Tannehill, I mean, I don't like him. I'm going Jets. I think they'll continue to ride that momentum from last week when they destroyed the Lions and they'll win. Chiefs. Who'd you have?
Yeah, I got the Jets.
Okay. Chiefs versus Steelers.
Okay, so this could be a shootout. It really could.
Steelers need to bounce back from last week. Yeah, I mean, they tied with the Browns.
Tied the Browns.
Now, luckily, the Steelers are lucky to have tied.
Yeah.
Usually, a team that has 5 turnovers does not, win, or they usually lose.
And they could have lost with that field goal if that wouldn't have gotten blocked. That would have been the game.
Like I said, really, they should have lost that one. 5 turnovers, you should lose that game.
Yeah.
But thankfully, you're playing a team like the Browns to where you can spot them 5 turnovers and you'll still tie. So, Chiefs, I mean, they look pretty good against the Chargers with their new quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes.
It's in Pittsburgh. I am going to lean towards the Steelers on this one.
They're highlighted.
Home opener.
I got the Chiefs highlighted.
Got the Chiefs.
My upset picks are highlighted.
Going Chiefs for upset.
Yeah, just why not?
Eagles and Bucks. Carson Wentz is on pace to start next week. They expect him to be medically cleared this week so he can start week 3. This week they are still rocking Nick Foles. The Bucks, Ken Fitzpatrick, duplicate what he did last week. I highly doubt it. So I am riding the Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah.
2-0.
Yeah, I can't see the Bucks. I think that was just a fluke game.
Yeah, he's not going to throw for 417 yards again.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
I still can't believe that game, actually.
Yeah, me either. Cards versus Rams. Oh, come on, Rams.
Did you see how bad the Cardinals looked against the Redskins last week?
I said this year's going to be awful for them.
Why
Larry Fitzgerald decided to come back another year is beyond me. I mean, Sam Bradford, he's going to last a couple of games. He's either going to get hurt or he's going to realize, you know what, we're not going anywhere this season. Let's put in our rookie quarterback, see what we have there. So, yeah, Rams by a landslide.
Rams, yeah.
Big game this week. Patriots at Jaguars. Rematch of the AFC Championship game
Where's the game at?
It's in Jacksonville.
Oh.
So last year, the Jags should have had that game in the championship one. They should have. They had their foot on the Patriots' throat. They led off, and you can't do that against the Patriots.
No.
You cannot. So, Patriots and Jaguars. Who am I going to pick on this one?
Oh,
I am leaning towards the Patriots. I am going to go with them until the Jags prove me otherwise. Once again, I had the Jags in the Super Bowl, so I kind of need them to win this game to kind of feel better about that. But I'm not going to put money right now against Tom Brady and Tom Brady and the Patriots. They do have the extra motivation. After Jalen Ramsey ran his mouth on Gronkowski. So I'm going Patriots.
Going Pats.
Going Pats.
I think Ramsey's going to get carved up in this game.
We'll see.
They may purposely go to him.
If you're going to talk, you have to be able to back it up, and this is your chance to prove that you can back it up.
Show me something.
If Gronkowski has a big day, you should probably shut your mouth until you can start backing that stuff up.
Yeah.
Giants, Cowboys.
Giants, yeah.
Yeah, it's in Dallas. The Giants always play well in Dallas. It's kind of like an extra home game for them, so... Cowboys did not look good last week.
No.
They only got 8 points against the Panthers, so I'm gonna go Giants. I'm not sold on the Cowboys.
They're gonna struggle this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be I think a rough year for them. Then they go into our teams then 49ers versus Lions.
I got the Niners.
Yeah, I'm going Niners. They held their own against the Vikings. They had a chance.
We should have won. I keep saying it.
Yeah, your receivers dropped a lot of balls,
and we fumbled on the goal line.
Yep, and then you had the ball in Garoppolo's hands.
Yep.
Just 2 minutes to go to potentially tie the game, and then he ended up throwing a pick and sealing the deal. But the Lions looked just out of it. They were awful against the Jets.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm definitely going 40. And that game was at home for the Lions.
Yeah.
So this is another home game against the Lions. I don't have much hope for them. I'm going Niners on this one.
I got Niners, obviously. They'll bounce back.
And then final game, Vikings versus the Packers. Rodgers is playing. Obviously, he is not 100%. So, now he wasn't 100% last week during the second half of the Bears game, and that worked out pretty well. But Vikings are a much tougher defense. It is a tougher team overall. It's in Green Bay. Obviously, you know who I'm picking because I am a Packer fan. I am going to pick the Packers, obviously. But it is going to be a very, very tough game. A banged up Aaron Rodgers against that defense does not sound great. And really, if as Packer fans, you just pray to God he doesn't, get hit and just completely mess his knee up. He's out for the rest of the year. In which case, I think should have started him? Should have just taken an extra loss?
I would have taken the loss honestly because it's early on.
But it's a division matchup. You don't want to lose those division matchups.
Yeah. But it's Aaron bleeping Rodgers. They could probably go on a run later on in the season because if they lose them in this game, knock on wood, hope they don't. But if they do, then their season's done.
Yep.
So I'm going Packers, but oh man, I would say the Packers more confidently if Rodgers was healthy, and that the Viking players are gonna try to get a shot in on him going low.
Oh yeah.
The good thing is that they'll throw flags for it, but
oh yeah, they're definitely gonna get their shots in.
Their line is gonna miss a block somehow, and someone will get a freebie shot on them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
all right. Well, there are our picks. Really quickly, Floyd Mayweather came out yesterday and said, "Hey, there's gonna be another fight between him and Pacquiao this year." I don't know why anyone cares about that. Because if anyone remembers the last fight, that was incredibly boring to watch.
Yeah.
Just ridiculously boring.
Yeah.
So why anyone would pay money to watch that fight again Just these two older guys.
Well, I'm sure they'll make a ton of money.
They
again.
probably will, unfortunately. Because like I said, I don't know why it was
I
an
won't
incredibly
watch it.
boring fight the first time. It's going to be just the same amount this time. So there's no way I'd waste my money on buying that.
I won't watch it.
But they need to try to get their name out there. Apparently he needs more money.
I guess
He had good success with Conor McGregor, but there was that kind of there's a different factor that goes into it. Kind of I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But, it's like, Conor McGregor going from UFC to boxing, he runs his mouth a lot, trash talk each other. It's fun, but Pacquiao and Mayweather, who cares? Who cares? Alright, well, that's all we got for today. Love to hear your thoughts and everything. Leave comments below, subscribe, like us on Facebook. Everyone enjoy your day.